Derek's one of my best friends. He's the first person to start making equipment to make the ATG program easier. He's a living product of it, dunking at age 43. We'll talk more as we go. We'll start right here.
Yes, sir.
This is Derek's slant board. While he starts flossing, you can just start. We'll talk as we go. You see it adjusts here. It's a very versatile piece of equipment. You could travel with it, super easy. Now let's dive in. Let's get close up on what he's doing. He's going to describe what he's doing.
So this is called flossing, and I made these floss bands because when me and Ben met, I had like severe knee tendonitis, you know, and he was the first person to show up, was like, Derek, man, I can get rid of that. And the first thing he did for me was this, you know, it's called flossing. And I did this every day for like, I don't know, months. And I put the heavy band, the black band on top, and then the lighter band on the bottom of my knee, you know, and yeah, but I don't know if you want to talk about it, Ben, but
Drew will pull up some visuals of the quad tendon and the patellar tendon. So you have tendons on either side of your knee, but it's hard to like get a massage for those areas. So this pins him down so that he can go through a full range of motion, but it relieves the pain. So this is a really active form of therapy. This is the only kind of treatment that I personally believe in. So we'll see him do a live set here.
When I started doing it, I had so much knee pain, I had to use a bench and kind of like really get in there. And like he said, if you come around a little bit for.
Let's look from here.
So
let's look at this side angle.
What he said was I didn't have enough synovial fluid like really to help heal me. So doing this, I started off doing this. I had severe knee pain, and flossing was like almost like a restriction. And so I did that.
This is what children do.
Yeah.
But when we stop getting the full range of motion, we tell our body we're no longer fully using the joint. We don't get as much synovial fluid that carries the nutrients to the joint. He's not just getting stronger, he's actually getting stronger tendons and telling his body to give maximum synovial fluid to the joint to heal and get younger joints. This is a squat for younger joints. Not everyone has to floss, but if you're in pain, it's worth a shot. They call them Voodoo Bands for a reason. The originator was Kelly Starrett, one of the nicest people I've met. And it got the name Voodoo Bands because of miraculous type of results.
Yeah, facts. And so usually we put our athletes through, we do like 20 deep squats, 20 deep squats. And depending on if you got your right knee hurts, your left knee hurts, depending on the severity of your knee, you floss, and then you just kind of take it off. And it's telling you, man, it's like your knee is able to breathe again.
That's it. It's just a treatment. You do it like that in a workout. And he had the slant board there. You saw that elevated the heels. Not everyone can keep the heels down and just go all the way down into a full squat with a safe back. Not to mention, even when I go on a slant board, even I get more range of motion.
Right.
We call this a Vmo squat. It was originally assumed that this teardrop-shaped muscle, the vastus medialis, that you couldn't prioritize it from the rest of the quads. But that only tested up to 90 degrees. When they tested more recently to a full bend, they found it's almost exclusively VMO to get out of this bottom position. So many people have attacked me saying, you can't isolate that. But that's what happens when you study from a textbook, because it's not necessarily up to date. So the up-to-date knowledge is, yes, you can preferentially train your VMO. You'll also get strong in the rest of the quads, but you can preferentially get a stronger VMO, which is short for vastus medialis. And that muscle is the most fast twitch of the quads. So it's a secret muscle for jumping higher, being bouncier, being more athletic. And this is how we start training it. You saw Derek start assisted. You can start, Drew will put the visuals on the screen, with reverse band, thanks to Mark Bell, assisting you to get up. Then you would do your own body weight. Now notice with the dumbbell, look at my elbows. My knees can handle this weight. No, that would mean my knees can't. This would mean my knees couldn't handle the weight. So a lot of people who are strong but have weak knees have a lot to gain from this exercise.
Yeah, and let me say one thing about this slant board too. The reason why, I'll do a couple more, the reason why I had to elevate my heels, like I said, I'm 43, and when I try to do a regular squat, I put so much tension in my hips, I was never able to really isolate my VMO in my legs. So just raising those heels up has allowed me, like I said, if I'm here, I put so much tension through my hips. It just elevate my heels allowed me to keep my back straight and really get a full range of motion squat. Like Ben said, man, it's almost magical, man, the way you can change your body and athleticism just by lifting your heels up. So yeah, that's the VMO board.
Love it.
So what Ben is doing now is putting on, this is called a Nordic strap.
This was pretty much the next thing you made.
Exactly, you're right.
You're gonna see us do Nordics. We just did an exercise for our legs. Now we're hitting those muscles that don't get worked out. The opposite of the pushing into the ground is flexing up. So with this, I can just load. So this was made for doing our Nordics, working on the way down, bulletproofing the knees. But this is now allowing me to get measurable load into this tibialis muscle. This is the most affordable way to start loading that tibialis muscle, and you get to work on your Nordics.
Yeah, so I created this my second product, which is right, and we did it for Nordics, but we found like this is like almost the best way to really strengthen this ankle and your tibialis, and you can work.
Forrest, come get right here.
Yeah.
Come get right here, right in front of me.
Right in front, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, get behind me and see what I see. So we can see in here.
No doubt, no doubt.
Okay. This alone is awesome. I'm already burning up through this muscle. First line of defense for knee pain. But if you've had an ankle injury, you can even put a slight rotation into it. You'll feel it, and so you get a slight circle back to the top. Slight circle. This saved me from past ankle injuries. Woo! Burning up. I got to do the other side though.
Okay,
Can't leave
nice.
Can't leave it imbalanced. And then if there's anything you want to say, Derek, then I'm gonna mess Derek up on his own tib bar, make him work. So this is I'm still breaking jump plateaus for myself. I'm going, as of Saturday, I'm going either leg, 2 hands.
Yeah, right.
Yep. First time in my life I've been able to do my right leg, just dribble in, no arm swing, 2 hands. I'm still making breakthroughs because I'm actually getting measurably stronger. I'm only 30. People get stronger in their 30s, but they rarely get stronger from the ground up. They rarely get stronger in the muscles that the freak athletes have. The freak athletes who can fly off 1 foot, they're strongest in this muscle. So I'm still, man. Gravity is still getting less for me.
Yeah, that's so new to me too. I didn't know that my man Ben is out there. I seen him when he was 19, barely touching the rim. Now to see him flying off his right and his left leg, it's crazy. So.
And 2 foot's getting too easy. I had it in game, just zoomed ahead of everyone. So much fun that anytime I get open.
How'd y'all do?
Haven't lost in a long time. You gonna play this week?
Play this Wednesday.
Haven't lost in a long time.
Hey,
I think my last L was when Derek came out there.
I heard you went ninja mode on him. Yeah.
So you see, I'm lifting. I do curls too. I do incline dumbbell hammer curls, but this is
different, man.
This is the curl for longevity. Whew.
Good work, good work.
On fire.
It's easy to come in and out of.
You can sit down.
Yeah.
This is the big boy.
Yeah.
Okay, don't freak out. I was just in here before he started shooting with a lady in her 70s coming off a knee replacement, and I put 1 pound on here, and she was so happy that she could actually start exercising, start doing something instead of just sitting home doing nothing. She can sit on the edge of the ottoman and be doing this with 1 pound. This is a game changer. Yeah. So I'm having Derek, this is like the ATG standard for freak athletes. So this is 25% of body weight, full stretch. Go ahead and get some nice angles from the side for us so people can see that. There it is.
Yeah, so this is a tib bar. You get a deep stretch. And I'm telling you, man, this is a muscle, man. I'm 43 and never worked this muscle until in my 40s, you know? Never isolated this muscle. And so a lot of people have shin splints. A lot of people have knee problems. But your tibialis, like Ben said, your first line of defense when you run in, when you jump in, a lot of things you do when you just walk. And so without having a strong tibialis muscle, you're susceptible to injuries in your legs. So this is like 44 pounds.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Our freakiest jumpers can get it 20 times. They can get 25% of their own body weight 20 times. Way to work. Way to work. So awesome. Super grateful for this exercise. Completely changed my life.
What do you think it is, B? Honestly, I'm gonna try to do a couple more. I'm gonna try to really burn out.
Savage. Literally every step we take in life, we can handle better. If we're gonna adapt our bodies to have more muscle mass weighing down, but we don't do this, it's more that we don't know how we should feel. We don't know how we should perform because we alter from what's natural. All we're trying to do with the ATG program is restore what's natural. Look at the squat we restored. Yeah. Look at this that we restored. Now we're going here. So all we've done so far is just restore natural human balances the way we should be.
Yeah, from the ground up.
Yeah. Now this, super simple. All you really need to do is work at fighting the way down.
Yeah, I bet you.
I haven't used the strap in a minute, but we put a lot of work in on the strap. Derek's put this pad behind there.
Yeah.
So now
It came a long way.
Yeah. So now I don't need a partner, and I can get that tension behind the knee. So most of us go into the weight room and we think we're working our legs, but we're not working that tension behind the knee to prevent our...
So you can come around here, folks. Come around here so you can see the ligaments and tendons in his hamstrings firing up as he goes down. And so this is why we originally created this Nordic strap, because these ligaments and tendons, these support your knees. So a lot of people have ACL, MCL injuries because they never strengthen these ligaments and tendons that support that knee, you know? So if you see these ligaments and tendons just firing up every time down, he has to really
let's look at side angle.
Fire those things up.
If you bend your hips, just about anyone can get into this at some level. So you just feel that tension.
Got my yerba mate guy coming, Drew. Hey, can you tell him, hold up real quick?
They're bringing in the yerba mates. Can I have a sip of mine right now?
Yeah, I got you.
The yerba mate.
I told him I do 3:30, man. It ain't 3:30 yet.
Yerba mate delivery man is here.
Just tell him to give us like 15 minutes. Yeah, thanks, man.
So that tension behind the knee currently is being worked on only twice every 3 weeks in the ATG program. So it's not like something we're doing every day.
Yeah.
We're balancing these things, meaning every 3 weeks, I train this ability 2 times. And all you have to do is just bend your hip more.
That's it.
Feel the tension. So this is something that everyone can access and work there. So we're looking at really like roughly once every 10 days. And I'm doing 3 to 4 sets, 5 to 10 reps in this.
It's really strong. You see, this is really holding this. And Ben's like 180 pounds, right? 185 pounds. So
yep.
Yeah, I'll get you out.
No, I got it.
Okay.
I don't want people to. So I never use this thing, but it's just a strap mechanism. So I'll show them for someone who's not even used to using this. It's just a strap mechanism there. You weave it in there. It even has there it is. So it tells you feed web. So you put it that way, and then you got the buckle right there. So you can see that it's just a strap mechanism.
Yeah, you want me to do a couple? We'll go on.
Yeah, I'll strap you.
And so
that's all. This is going under the bench. I see that nice padding right there. Boom.
Yeah, perfect. And so a lot of times, like Ben said, you can go kind of just bend your knee from your hips and come up, and you still feel it. But a lot of times, even if that's too hard for you, you can like elevate those hips. That's one thing we used to do back in the ATG things, where you elevate your hips and kind of come up, and then just kind of resist down to those pads. And this is called the...
That's very impressive. We got that from Marty St. Louis, greatest hockey longevity speed case, meaning he was in his late 30s, leading the league in scoring, super athletic, and he would do this on a flat bench, okay?
Yeah.
You saw me just fight down. That's the foundation for the knees. This is a very impressive athletic movement Derek's doing.
Whew. Yeah, so that's kind of like, Ben showed you the...
We don't advise that at home.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm saying spend a few years and just work on the way down.
Yeah.
I can still get so much gain out of that. Yeah. I have some of the most bulletproof knees there are, and that's still a workout for me. And in the visual of Marty St. Louis doing it, even he was challenged doing it like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he went up, levitated, and then he actually did one where he fought all the way down on the last rep. Drew will be putting all these visuals on the screen. And
so I'm going to do one more.
Keep pumping. And
I'll just fight all the way down. So you fight. And then just push yourself up. Like you said, you don't always have to explode up out of it. So this is the Nordic strap. What Ben's doing right now is doing the reverse squat. So he's really targeting his hip flexors and his abdominals. And the ATG number for reverse squats is 20 reps, half your body weight.
Hamstring cover calf. See the hamstring?
He's always leveling it up on me, man. Hamstring cover calf. That's the. So 20 reps. This is a reverse squat strap. You can find these at reversesquat.com. But
for every session that we squat, in that session in the ATG program, we reverse squat. So many people run into issues through the hip flexors, hernias, things of that nature, because they're not training the reverse of their squat. So how many people in strength training history have done as much work for the opposite of the squat? Zero. That hasn't been part of the system. So really, the ATG system is only meant to be a common sense system. For every squat session, earlier in the rotation, we work the tibialis. So we're not building more than we can handle. So it's actually balanced. I do as many squats as I do tibialis raises, as I do Nordic knee flexion, as I do reverse squats. I can't beat it. That balance is a game changer for me. Let's see what you got.
ATG is where it's at, man. It's a science, man. Really, Ben is like a living proof of this. Like he said, he's jumping off his right leg, left leg. So it's like, it's a real science, man. So I appreciate it, B.
Yeah, all right.
Let's dive in.
Let's dive in so people can see how to use it. So you see, it's a strap that goes onto your feet. Very simple product.
You just type
but now it allows you to essentially train just as hard as you train your squats and with measurable load. Cable is a 2 to 3 ratio in terms of weight, in terms of how hard it is. So we've just found that with traditional cable pulley systems, half your body weight is like a minimum working weight. Let's get a nice side angle there. Let's watch those hamstrings covering the calves. This is amazing. So in life, he's now going to have less pressure on his knees and his back in the first place because he's more balanced. And you're getting great motion into the knees. You're getting even more healing. This is possibly the biggest difference between elite sprinters and regular humans is the size of the hip flexors. But you can't just, people aren't walking around like, damn, you see that bro's hip flexor? Like we don't know how big our hip flexors are until
But you can tell, man, the freakiest athletes have the freakiest numbers on these reverse
in these
squats.
kind of lifts.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, much appreciated
No, my man,
for the killer products. I can't count how many people have reached out using these products, getting life-changing results. So that's what it's all about, and it's great. You can get all these in one source, so you can do the ATG program. So.
No, I appreciate you. I appreciate you showing my products, man, being a representation of the brand,
don't beat me on the court this week.
No, yeah, Wednesday, man. We'll holler at you
Thursday.
Thursday.
We'll update you. I'm getting the W.
Yeah,
Heard it here first.
Yeah.